Hey, it's me, Jimmy D, and welcome back to Jimmy Discussion. I'm here with my friend Emily, and we are going to talk about music. So,
Yes.
um, any certain thing you want to bring up first to talk about?
Um, I was thinking maybe what our favorite types of music are,
Okay.
what what are favorite
Yeah,
genres, artists.
yeah. Um, Ladies first.
Okay. Um I like a lot of different types of music.
Mm-hmm.
When I was growing up, I was obsessed with classical, which is a little weird, but
Mm-hmm.
I still really like instrumental music today. I really like movie scores,
Mm-hmm.
songs from different movies. Hans Zimmer is probably my favorite. He's
Mm-hmm.
done a lot of movies, like he did the music for Inception, Interstellar,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm watching a movie too, Little Prince, and I think he did the soundtrack for that too. And he did like Pirates of the Caribbean, so he does a lot of music. Um, I like pop a lot. I listen to the radio a lot. I like hip hop too. I
Gotcha.
think Kendrick Lamar is probably my favorite. But I like Chance the Rapper and Childish Gambino as well.
Gotcha. Um, Mine has kind of changed over the years. Um, it started like all country, but it like pop mixed in as time went on, and then it's gotten where it's all pop. Um, I'm not exactly sure like why it. I mean, I guess because my favorite singer is Taylor Swift. Like I guess the transition went with her transitioning, but I can listen to like the old country songs I listen to, but like when when I listen to country, like if they were new then, I can listen to them. But like the new stuff, I just uh, cannot listen to. It's just
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I've changed more or the actual like music has changed.
Mhm. It might be a little bit of both. Like, I think different, even something even genres like country and pop, they kind of
Hmm.
change as time goes on, or like they'll be um certain sounds that become more prevalent than others, and I
Hmm.
wonder if that might have happened with country, like that's happening with country now in the past few years.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I don't listen to it. It, I didn't even realize I didn't listen to it until I thought about it for a bit, and it was like, oh, I don't.
Yeah. I think it's similar to me with classical too. Like
Hmm.
it doesn't hold my attention the same way that it used to.
Hmm.
And I'm seeing um because I kind of like instrumental, but I have to listen to different types of instrumental. Like it can't only be classical anymore, even though I like that a lot. Like it's just I think it's probably some really similar that maybe um I've changed, and maybe how classical's been presented over the last past few years have changed too.
Yeah. With pop, I feel like even that's changed.
Hmm.
Like the pop now is different than the pop was when I listened to country. So I guess
Yeah, it's
yeah, the way the musics have transitioned, it just shifted me.
yeah, it's just it almost feels like it goes through this evolution of every few years, and it kind of reflects what's popular during the time. So
Hmm.
um I think in 2008 and 2010 it was Lady Gaga was really popular,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
and Black Eyed Peas, and I feel like there was almost this really almost like really like elaborate, like over the top, like random like culture like that was sort
Mm-hmm.
of reflected in the music.
Yeah.
Cause like Lady Gaga was like super elaborate, like and her songs just had kind of like a certain style.
Mm-hmm.
And then like 2000 and maybe 12 to 2015, it was almost like called like the hipster like time where like
Yeah.
really popular music was kind of like muted and like acoustic
Mm-hmm.
and like it had like that very like hipster like indie vibe to it.
And I think Lady Gaga, she does like variations of kind of the same song.
Yeah.
So I feel like that kind of just made people slowly fade away because it's almost because even now when I'm listening on the radio and a Lady Gaga song comes on, it takes me a minute to realize what song it is because they all kind of start the same way. Like it's the same beat. Um, a lot of times it's jumbled up words she's saying in the beginnings and or just saying it so fast that it sounds jumbled up. Um,
Yeah, that's actually really funny because like I thought I was the only one who because I had that problem too. Like I'll listen to a song and I'm like, is this like is this Poker Face? Is this Bad Romance? Is
yeah,
like I have that same problem. It's like
yeah,
which that's
um,
really cool.
yeah. Just I, with Lady Gaga in particular, I really there's one song I can pinpoint from hers. Just Dance.
Yeah.
Like that one, I know when that one's playing, but the others, it's I'm lost on. Mainly, I think it mainly do with Ellen because like Ellen played Just Dance song so much on her show that it just kind of probably had been implanted into my brain. Um, but yeah, I feel like that's the reason why that one song in particular sticks out more than the others.
That's really cool. I never knew she played that on her shows.
Yeah, I think it's like you were saying, like the time periods. There was a lot of Lady Gaga and Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah.
Um, because like she danced to the popular music through her audience. So like that was the popular music of the time, and so those would be the songs she danced to in her audience. And I just mainly because she's known for her dancing on her show, like Just Dance is kind of a theme song in a way.
Yeah.
Um, and she used it in a lot of her segments as background music and all. It it's kind of um, I don't know the effect like the scientific effect, what it's called, where something is like played or told to you in the background all the time, so then it just becomes part of your brain and memory,
Oh,
and how the what your way of thinking is influenced based on that. Like it's never directly told to you, but it's always in the background.
yeah.
Um, I can't think of that.
Is it like the earworm?
Yeah, it's kind of yeah, yeah, exactly like the earworm. Um, Now I'm getting flashbacks to Billy and Mandy. um, because there was an episode where Billy got a earworm, and it was a legit earworm,
Oh God.
and like the earworm would like infect the brain and all that. I mean, thinking about it scientifically, it was pretty accurate for a cartoon, but cartoon
Yeah.
wise, it was kind of outrageous.
Yeah. Didn't SpongeBob do an episode like that too?
I think SpongeBob did one too. But SpongeBob has been on so long, it's kind of like he's done everything.
It really has. Oh my gosh, like I
It,
thought like I sort of thought like I kind of consider that like a new one, but I think that came out like in 2013. Like they've done so much more
yeah,
since then.
yeah, like there. I'll be watching. I, I know we've gone on tangent, but um,
Yeah.
I'll be watching some episodes of SpongeBob, and like I would think they're new because I haven't like I don't remember them or like I've seen them and I feel like they're new, and I'll look at it and it says 2005, and I'm like,
Oh,
oh, that was over a decade ago. It's like
I've,
that Facebook post that lists all the movies and TV shows. Like Kim Possible has been off the air for 12 years. Shrek came out uh, like 15 years ago, and stuff like that. Is like, do you feel old now?
oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's so cool.
yeah. You don't think about it. You just go on day by day, and then you just realize, hey, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. But back to music. I feel like music kind of has less impact than it
Mhm.
did before. 'Cause like when you think of the like '90s and all, like they have okay, uh, middle school dances.
Yeah.
There's always those songs that play in middle school dances that everybody knows how to dance to,
Mhm.
and it kind of reflects what time period you are in. But
Yeah.
like nowadays, there isn't that song that sticks out for this time period. Like there was the Macarena in the '80s and '90s, the Electric Slide. We had the Cha Cha Slide back in the early
Uh,
2000s. Um, uh, I would consider Soldier Boy on that list too for the early
yeah.
2000s. But other but I can't think of one that's like now, like the dance of now.
I never thought of that. I think that's true though. Like,
Yeah,
I don't think that there's not a song that like yeah that has like that
that
distinct.
impact.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, the Macarena had such an impact on the culture that like Wall Street was doing it, McDonald's, like Ronald McDonald. I've seen a video of Ronald McDonald doing the Macarena in the middle of a crowd, and like it was everywhere. And
That's crazy. So, that's actually this is a slight tangent too, but
it's all good.
my grandma taught elementary school,
Hmm.
and I think that she did this like if the class got like a good grade or like it was some sort of like or she did a dare or something.
Hmm.
But one of the things that she ended up doing was like at the end of this thing or like to do this dare, she got up on her desk
Hmm.
and she did the Macarena for the class. Like it's
Uh,
pretty badass.
that's funny. Um, I know. I know my English class junior year. For one time for the warm up, we had to do. Uh, I can't think of the Cuban shuffle. Um, we that was the warm up because um, I think we were getting ready to do the PSATs. I believe yeah, PSATs junior year. Um, we were getting ready to do those, so we were going to be sitting down for like 4.5 hours. So the warm up was to do that dance. Um, and that one's not as complicated as the cha cha slide or any of the others. So,
Yeah.
but
That's a really good idea though.
yeah, it stuck. Um, but yeah, music now it's just like there'll be one song and then it'll be gone.
Yeah.
It'll be here for a month and then it's gone. Even the summer, there's normally a song of the summer. There's that one song that plays the entire summer, and like it plays over and over, and it's you know. When the summer started, I thought it was gonna be Justin Timberlake's uh, I something feeling. I can't stop the feeling.
Good feeling. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I can't stop the feeling. I thought that was gonna be it, but like as the summer went on, it slowly stopped playing,
Yeah.
and there hasn't been a song that's played the entire summer. He probably might still win like the award for song of the summer, but no song has lasted the entire summer this year, and it's it's strange because
Yeah,
there's always that one song every summer, and this summer it's not there. Uh, I don't know if that just shows that our attention spans are just getting shorter and shorter, that we can't even listen to one song for 4 months. Um, but I mean, that's how it is.
I think that's true. Like yeah, I think it's getting harder to kind of like pinpoint like what the what the new style is, like what the new
Mm-hmm.
thing is. Um and so I feel like there's are like I feel like there are probably songs that like sort of follow a certain vein or like sound really similar to each other, but
Mm-hmm.
like there's not really one I agree like that like stands out as like the song that has like something that carries it for like more than like a couple of months at a time.
Yeah. Um, and I think like that kind of makes like there hasn't been many record breaking for music.
Yeah.
Um, like Adele and Taylor Swift have been the leaders of that the past couple
Yeah.
years, but that's it. Like no one else has been able to pull those numbers. Um, I think just because they kind of have a wide audience. That like that, that brings up my next point. Music doesn't have as wide audience as it used to. Like
Yeah.
like there's songs that like if you're watching a movie and it's like a period movie where someone's going back in time and all, um, like the 50s or something, there'll be like certain songs that play in the background or playing on the radio for that time that were those that period. Like everyone listened to. Like you had like Sandman in the 50s. Um, I'm not sure about other ones, but like that one just sticks out to me. Um,
Mm.
but like there was songs for the decades that kind of just stuck, and like everybody knew. And now everybody's got their own like few bands or like genres have kind of split. Like there's punk rock and all these different kinds of like subdivisions of a genre that
Mm.
the it just doesn't the songs don't go to as many people as they did before. Like there were like B101.5. It says plays today's best music, but
Yeah.
it's just all pop.
Yeah. That's
They don't mix any of the others in it like they used to. There used to be a wide variety on those channels, and you don't get the variety channels until you get to channels like that play past decade music. Like, uh, can't think of the number it is, but it's like we play today's best music and the music of the 80s and 90s to today, or something like that, and
yeah.
it goes
I
all
think
it goes all the
okay.
way through.
Yeah. Yeah, I always kind of wondered about that because it does the best music, but it's like the best music from like the summer, like the best music from like it doesn't really go back like
No, and
and
if you like you don't hear a song that was playing in December on that channel.
yeah.
It's whatever's played the past 3 months, and then it just drops off, and you don't hear it that much. You might hear it if it was request or something like that, but it's not like naturally played.
I agree. Um I I think I listen to a station sometimes. It's 98.1. And they kind of do that. They do like the 80s, 90s, and then the most recent music.
I think that's the one I was thinking of.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I couldn't think of the number. Um, yeah, they play the best of the 80s, 90s to today,
Yeah.
and um, they have a true variety because you don't know what type or because they play country, they play pop, a little rap, not much, but a little. I think majority because it's kind of a family channel. They don't
Yeah.
they don't a lot of rap has offensive language and all. They just don't want to put that out there to the families.
Right.
Um, but it has more of that mixture of different genres that other stations don't. Like for instance, uh, I I didn't know a lot of the bands that people were talking about around campus
Mhm.
um, because I mainly listen to B101.5.
Yeah, same, same.
Um, like, I didn't know who 21 Pilots was or 1975. Uh, there's a couple more, but I can't, they're not, they're on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of them. But I didn't know who they were. Like, and once I heard like one song, like I might have heard it once or twice, but I didn't hear it at all, and I didn't know who they were. Their music was different, and that's that kind of that shows about the the major gaps between genres now, um, because like you said, like there goes through time periods of where like pop was a soft acoustic versus um, like country who used to be soft acoustic all the time went to
Yeah.
electric guitar and drums. So like it just that shift just has made a great divide between the genres that
Mhm.
I don't think was as big before.
I agree. Like, even like, yeah, like I on campus, like I didn't know a lot of the bands either. And I think like 21 Pilots is like one that I didn't hear about until then, and then realized like they're pretty huge. Like
Yeah,
they might play like one song, one of their songs on like B101.5 or something, but like that doesn't represent like how much of like how widespread their music might be like toward like individual listeners or like groups of
yeah.
listeners. Like
Um,
it's
I get that. Just I didn't know how big they were, honestly, until campus, and that was even like that was less than a year ago, and
yeah,
they had been around for a while, so it really shows the divide.
I think that's true.
Um, one thing I wanted to bring up was soundtracks for movies and all.
Ah,
Um, soundtracks to movies aren't that important anymore.
I know. It makes me so upset. Like,
No, like before, like you'd go see a movie. I mean, even 10 years, not even 10 years ago, it was still like this. You would go see the movie, and like you'd love the music that was in the movie so much, and like most of the time, a movie soundtrack had its own music, or like it was a special playlist of songs and all, and like special songs written just for the movie. But
dude,
now half the time the songs in the movie aren't on the soundtrack,
yeah.
or like there's such a different variation, like a different artist is singing them and all. It just soundtracks just aren't that big. Um, I know. I think the only soundtrack I can think of that was big or like actually was important was the Frozen soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Uh, but even that, like you didn't. It wasn't something you needed to run out and get.
Mhm.
Um, I think hands down the best soundtrack to any movie is Forrest Gump.
Oh.
It's a two-disc soundtrack, but it has every song by the original artist that was played in the movie. So like it just it's such like influential and like great music that was in the movie, and you get them all on that one soundtrack. Um, the uh, the Ghostbusters soundtrack
Mm.
for the new movie, um, that has seven different versions of the Ghostbusters theme song, and that's like over half of the album is just different variations of the Ghostbusters song. Like there's no,
Oh,
and like the other songs that's on the soundtrack, the other few wasn't even in the movie.
that's really strange.
And I thought that was strange until Suicide Squad.
Mm.
There's only one song that was in the movie on the Suicide Squad soundtrack. The other songs were either a variation that was in the movie or like completely different artists, and like the one on the album is remixed or something crazy, and it's because the Suicide Squad soundtrack, like the songs played in the movie were fantastic. I thought
Mm.
it was gonna be like a almost to the level of Forrest Gump because it had such great music in it. I mean,
Yeah.
it had Queen and all that in it, and I was like, wow. And as soon as I left the theater, I looked it up on iTunes, and it didn't have the songs from the trailer. It didn't have 90% of the songs that was even in the movie, and it just I didn't buy
Yeah.
it. There was no point to because it was none of the music I wanted, and like the soundtrack is kind of just useless because it's like it has Suicide Squad on it, but none of it was really in it, but like one or two songs, and like even those they're changed on the soundtrack, and it's just it was let down.
Yeah. That sucks. Like, like if you hear a song in a movie and you're like, dude, I'd buy that. Like, and but then not find it on the album, like that's such a disappointment. Like that, I feel like one of the really cool things about having like songs for movies is that it like it benefits the artist
Hmm.
too. Like they get to make something that like represents the movie and not having it on there, that's like that's that's a huge letdown. Like that really sucks.
Yeah. Um, I think the last soundtrack uh, I got the Ghostbuster one because I kind of like the different variations of the song,
Yeah,
Ghostbuster theme, because they were kind of cool remixes, but it was still seven of them. I really don't need seven of them.
yeah.
Um, but before that, I think the last one I got was the original Pitch Perfect
Uh,
soundtrack. Mainly because it was the actual singing that was in the movie,
yeah.
and it it was actually like the music from the movie, so it was more important to get that soundtrack than it was any of the other movies that have come out. And the Pitch Perfect 2, that one I don't think it had 100% of the songs that was in the movie. Okay, but it did have. Okay, you know how like the Universal Studios logo comes out? It's like circles the Earth
Yeah.
and all. Like on the soundtrack, it had them humming the Universal Studio theme of dun da da da, like whatever they play. But it was only 30 seconds, and I was like, why is this even on here?
Yeah.
Like this was a waste of precious space on the CD.
Yeah. That is sort of like a weird idea, like of all the songs that you could like.
Yeah, they picked the logo theme, and it's not even 30 seconds, and it's like, are you for what am I supposed to do to this? Like, why would I listen to this in my car?
I agree. That is kind of.
Yeah, it was so strange. Like I couldn't even figure it out. Like why? Who uh, was like, yeah, let's put that in there. Like it just it was mind-boggling. I was like, why is this even on here?
Yeah, but like they did have a really good soundtrack.
Yeah,
I really like their songs.
yeah. I think the first movie is better than the second movie,
Mhm.
mainly because like I don't know, something maybe it's nostalgia, I guess, but Pitch Perfect 1 came out my senior year of high school, and like it was
Oh,
such a big thing in my high school. Like everybody had seen it, everybody was quoting lines from it, so I guess it sticks out more in my mind with different memories. In Pitch Perfect 2, that came out, uh, what was it, a year and a half ago?
mhm.
Or 2 years, whatever. Um, where it really, I saw it, okay, but it didn't, it wasn't, it didn't have that impact like the first one did. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense though. Like, and a large, probably a large part of that had to do with like that idea. Like, um, because I like High School Musical and like a few other movies had, and Glee, I guess too, like sort of, um, the idea may have been sort of similar that they sort of like, um, did like I don't know what I want to say. It's like music based on like basically high school or like college age people like
Hmm.
singing popular songs.
Hmm.
But like I think what made Pitch Perfect so cool is that like it was in like a college a cappella group
Hmm.
and they were also doing songs that like were really popular that people knew
Hmm.
and I think that kind of brought in like a huge crowd of people and then like the actors in the movie are really well known now too. Like
Yeah.
I can't remember their names now.
Anna
Is it?
Kendrick,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Anna Kendrick.
she is she is amazing because
She is. She is.
she's in like everything now. She's in more movies than Robert De Niro and Tom Hanks combined. Like they're not even good movies, which is sad. Like half of
Yeah.
them are like B-list Netflix. Like you only watch on Netflix or it's only in the theater for a week. Um, but it seems like she just puts herself in everything.
Yeah.
But
That's really like that is really cool too. And she has an amazing voice.
yeah, she does. Like the Cup song is still one of my favorites that she did. Um,
Yeah.
like that was the one song I bought two versions of. I bought the radio version and the soundtrack version, mainly because like I think the radio one was a little longer and it had a little bit more instruments in it versus the soundtrack one was just a cappella. But
Right.
one thing Pitch Perfect did do was who really heard of a cappella before that
Yeah.
movie?
Yeah.
No one. I I mean the occasional few that were in it, but no one else even. It just wasn't that big and all.
Yeah.
Just overall, it brought it out because now acapella is pretty huge.
Yeah, like anyone who says like, "Oh, it's a cappella," they'd be like, "Oh, it's like what Pitch Perfect is." And
Yeah.
you're like, "Oh, like it really does like a lot more people like probably know about it now." And then like it's probably like it's probably like increased the membership or like the competitions and things like that.
I'm not sure if UMW has it, but
Mhm.
like I feel like pretty much like every school that after that movie had to be like, oh, we got an acapella now.
Yeah, yeah. I
Like,
think they do. Like, I think there's a female only one, and
mhm.
then there's like, there may be a male. It's like maybe co-ed and then maybe one female. Because I think the female is like Bella Capella or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. But
Well,
I
that,
think they might have. I think they might have a few.
yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna end this video right here.
Hmm.
Um, Thank you so much for joining me, Emily.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And like always, I will see you in the next video. Later.